Hi. So we need to talk for a second. It has been this amount of days since I last uploaded, and I would make up an excuse to say like it's been family issues or something like that, and for the most part it has, but in other words, it's been a few other problems. So let me just talk about that for a second. So basically my last video, which was over 180 days ago now, it was a trip with me and my friend and my mum to go to England and do a bunch of stuff there. That was all fun and stuff, and then after I got back from that, I recorded the internet and Minecraft video, and at the end of that, I said I would be making a part 2, making it better, and whatever. But, as you know, I have not uploaded that yet, not uploaded the part 2. And you might be wondering, what's up with that? So, basically what happened is, I used to use Wondershare Filmora for my videos, and it worked for a while, and it was pretty good, if you can tell by my videos, but it has a small caveat, and I don't know what caused this, but basically while I was editing the Mark II of this internet in Minecraft video, and I got to like ready to press the button to export it and then go into YouTube, right? And I thought, it's like late at night, I may as well just wait until the morning, right? So that's what I did. I waited until the morning, and then the next day I try to export it, and then it says my account has been suspended or something like that. And from what I can tell, it's related to like payment details being shifted around and stuff changing, and I honestly just couldn't be bothered with it. I was like, yeah, I just didn't want to re-edit the video, and overall it just made me lazy and unmotivated to make the video. So I never got around to actually editing it because I didn't want to pay for more again to get the software back. Until now, I've just not uploaded a video. So now I'm using DaVinci Resolve, which was suggested to me by Popplant. You've seen him in my Isle video. Also, another reason why I haven't been uploading is school has just started for me, so that takes up quite a lot of time. Anyway, plans for upcoming videos is right now in the works. I've got a couple videos in the works right now. You've got this one that you're watching right now, then you've got the Internet and Minecraft Mark II video, and then I've got a few others with more friends, and I've recorded them, I just haven't edited them yet, and DaVinci Resolve is going to make that a lot easier to work with. Anyway, let's talk about today's video. I usually, if you go across my channel, you'll see I upload Kerbal Space Program videos, and Kerbal Space Program I love to play, but all of my videos have been relatively short and silent, pretty much. I've just had the game sounds and that's it. But this day I wanted to make a change, and today I'm going to have a commentary of myself over the video, so here you go. I hope you enjoy. I am so sorry for making you wait 190, 180 days, and yeah, let me know in the comments what you think. Alright, here we are in Kerbal Space Program. We are very early morning. The sky's looking beautiful, as always, with Black Racks mod for the volumetric clouds and scatterer. Here on the pad is a Kerbal X rocket, and it will be able to land on the moon and return with 3 crew members. I'm doing this commentary live, by the way, so if I just stop talking, I'm focusing. So when I click spacebar, all of the engines are going to light up and we will take off. So let's do that now. Right, there is liftoff. You can see we've got these 2 fuel here draining. Any second they're going to separate. So now I can separate them, and there go 2 of the boosters. They're out of fuel now. So what I'm doing now, as you can see, I'm not pointing perfectly vertical anymore. I'm starting to slowly pitch over to the right. And that is because Kerbin, this planet, is actually rotating and spinning. And to take advantage of that, we want to go with the rotation of the planet in orbit. So this is called a gravity turn maneuver. Also, now that we've passed the speed of sound, as you can see up here, it's gone much quieter. See these flume mods here? This is waterfall. So at 10 kilometers altitude, we want to be at roughly 45 degrees angle, which I'm at now. Side boosters are drained, so I can get rid of them. And just keep pitching over, might throttle down just a little bit. Just so my speed is not going too fast. See, now well into the daylight. So 20 degrees at 20 kilometers is what I usually aim for. Here's our 3 crew members. We've got Jebediah, Bill, and Bob Kerman. Here, now that we're about 25 kilometers, I will throttle up back up to full. might see some flames starting on the top of the rocket. That's just it going so fast that the air is turning into plasma. It's ionizing. And now there's the flames. I'm using a mod called Firefly, which has recently got popularity and just recently released actually, and it makes these reentry and flame effects look just beautiful. But yeah, if you see in the bottom right here, time to reach apogee is going up, and apogee in total is just continuing to rise. I'm going to cut it there. 100 kilometers apogee, that is plenty. And now this is called the coast phase of the rocket. So now it's not actually pushing itself forward anymore. You can see our speed is actually slowing down very slightly, but we're just waiting until pretty much we're in space. So this is the map view. If you go to this, we'll say we'll get out of space where this red line ends. We'll get into space, sorry. Look at those clouds. So in Kerbal Space Program, Kerbin, the main name of this planet, its atmosphere ends at 70 kilometers, so we're just about to reach that now. Once we're in space, there's no air to slow down. And look, would you look at it? There's the moon. This actually might be a good spot. So usually you want to start accelerating again once you're lined up with the moon. So I might just do this now. I'm going to quick save. And there we go. Start accelerating again. You can see apoapsis, or apogee, is rising. But soon this booster is going to run out of fuel. And there we go. And we've not quite made it yet, so we're going to separate and light the next engine. That will just degrade over time and fall back into Kerbin's atmosphere, so it's not going to stay up here. And look, I went too far. I wasn't paying attention. So I'm going to slow down a little bit. You see here, this is what it looks like when you get an encounter in Kerbal Space Program. So right now I'm going to be flying along this blue line, and I'll be encountering the Mun, which is the Kerbin's moon, at this point pretty much, where this blue line goes into orange. And if I highlight over here, the closest I'll get to the moon at that time will be 1.7 million meters, 1.8. So I'm going to keep slowing down just a little bit until that number gets less and less. And then eventually, now it's 200 kilometers, 100. Trying to keep going down until about 26 kilometers. That's a good number. Actually, I think they're coming in from the wrong side. So this gives us an opportunity to do what's called a mid-course correction burn. We're roughly halfway to the moon. Real rockets do this too. We change our velocity a little bit so it lines up with where we want to go. So see, I'm just planning out this correction now. And I want to be at about 15 kilometers. That's a good distance. Let's save that. This number, by the way, is 29 meters per second, and that's in a unit called delta V. You can see up here. Delta V is essentially the same as like your car's like gallons per mile, I guess. It just represents how much you can change your velocity by using the amount of fuel you have. So you see, this only takes 30 meters per second, but I actually have 2,300 available to me. And I'm going to need all of that to be able to land on the moon. And I'm going to speed up time. There goes Kerbin. So now we're at that halfway point along the maneuver. And in 52 seconds, we will light up the engines. Speed up time there. Back to map view. 4, 3, 2, 1. So now I'm lighting up the engines. You can see our trajectory is changing until this number gets to 0, and I overshot by 0.07, but it's alright. I'll speed up a little bit so it's down to where I want it to be. There we go. 16, 15, there we go. So we see we're right along the equator of the moon, and we're going to 15 kilometers. So I'm going to plan another maneuver to slow myself down once I get to the moon. And in fact, I won't even plan this. Why not? Let's go straight. Let's save. And then go straight here and point backwards. There we go. We're now above the moon. Oh, would you look at that? Oh, look, there's a Monarch. Those are little Easter eggs in the game. I'm just going to slow myself down now. Lighting up the engines, you see our speed is dropping off. And we're in orbit of the moon now, but we're not going to stop there. We want to land. Now you see this is where we're going to land, and I reckon about there, near the edge of that crater. That will be good. So now we just wait. In the Apollo era, they didn't do what I'm about to do, which is called a hover slam or a suicide burn. They just kept the engines on the entire way until the ground, and that's because they didn't want to risk shutting down the engines and they had an excess of fuel. But in Kerbal Space Program, we don't need to worry about that. Time to do the suicide burn will be in 3 minutes, so this is 2 minutes 51 in the future, so I'm just going to speed up to there. Actually, why don't we land right here? So I'm going to just point horizontally and kill off all of my speed. So suicide burn is in 1 second. I'm going to start it a bit early. Landing gear down, throttle down. Now I'm just getting close to the ground. There we go. Touchdown on the moon. Let's get Jebediah out. Walk down the ladder. Why don't we plant a flag? Let's get the rest of the crew out. Right, there's our crew on the surface of the moon, and now it is time to go home. Them all up. So on Kerbin, you take a very steep gravity turn, like it took a long time to get onto my side because there's the atmosphere in the way, and you don't want to fly through the thick part of the atmosphere. But on the moon, there is no atmosphere, so we can pretty much take off and fly a horizontal almost immediately. This is for optimal efficiency. So save quickly, and let's go. Pull up the landing gear, and tip onto the side. And there. You see our apoapsis is rising. So now we're at 10 kilometer apoapsis, that'll be good enough for now. And now I can create a maneuver about getting into moon orbit. There we go. So we see once we're in orbit, we'll be a 10 kilometer by 10 kilometer orbit. Oh, that's a cool shot. Look at that. Burn now. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Got to our 10 kilometer by 10 kilometer orbit. So now in order to return to Kerbin, we don't want to burn on this side of the moon because that will extend our orbit outwards and that will end up going into a much taller orbit. So really, you want to start your burn on the side facing towards Kerbin, like that. You can see our trajectory is like that, but the faster we go, the closer we get. So enable that. That means eventually get to a roughly 25 kilometers. That seems good. That's well inside the atmosphere. I'll just point towards where we need to go. Quick save again. And time warp until where we need to be. 50 seconds. We'll be ready to start the burn. Starting the burn. The orbit's raising out. It snaps back around. Close that. Now let's see. There we go, 25 kilometers. Still around the moon, but we're now well on course out away from the moon. I'm orbital there. Yeah, ready for reentry. Time to see these Firefly reentry effects again. Just point retrogrades because our heat shield is on the bottom of the capsule, so we need to be able to withstand the heat. And just time warp a little bit until we're at 70 kilometers. Oh look, we're going to be going over the space center. I'm going to slow down as much as I can. We're going quite fast. We're now inside the atmosphere though, so it's going to be a bit risky. Now let's add a fuel, get rid of it. Right on cue, reentry effects start. See there's the launch pad, there's the runway, Space Center there. There's the island, use reentry effects. This takes quite a long time. Yeah, reentry is over. Now we're going Mach 2. Now we're below the speed of sound, about 5 kilometers, so we can open up the parachute. And this is going to wait until 1 kilometer to deploy. You can see some rain off in the distance. Another thing with the Black Racks mod. There's 1 kilometer. Parachute's fully open now. Just to slow down a bit more, we'll get rid of the heavy heat shield. Just like that, Bill, Bob, and Jebediah Kerbin returning to Earth, about to splash down. Well, it's Kerbin actually. You know what I mean. Splashdown. Alright, there you go. There is my commentated Kerbal Space Program video. Again, I'm sorry about taking 180 days to upload this video. You heard what I said in the intro. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think about either the status of me re-uploading again or more videos, what you'd like to see next in the comments. I read every single comment and I love reading them. It's really fun. So yeah, thank you for watching. Next video will be hopefully in a week or 2 or 3. We'll see. But yeah, thank you for watching. See you next video.